we've talked about the foundation, which is avoiding debt. The third one I would say is setting yourself up for wealth. So how are you going to make money? I already said earlier that most millionaires, in order to get to the first $1 million, which is probably the hardest to make, if we're being honest, make $100,000 isn't that hard. Once you've made $1 million, to make $4 million isn't that hard. It's generally the first million that most millionaires will agree is the first and the hardest to make. But once you make it, you're like, oh, that was no big deal, right? So you want to set yourself up for wealth. Again, you've only got so many years, so many decades in you. When does your time end? Who the hell knows? Maybe you're met with an accident early on. Maybe you live, the ripe old age of 110. Who knows? But what I'm saying is that you want to start early. There's way too many guys that spent the better part of their 20s, which are going to be the best years of your life. I mean, that's generally when you're healthiest. You're an adult. You can pretty much do anything you want. I mean, you're no longer a child, so you have the rights of any adult out there. And you're young and healthy, and you've got nothing in you but piss and vinegar. You're probably poor as shit, but you're probably got loads of energy and lots of opportunities ahead of you. So take it seriously. Like, what are you going to do with yourself? Don't waste your time on dumb shit. One of the other points that I was going to make a note on, actually it's in there. We can talk about college and university as a fourth point, but never letting school get in the way of your education. Knowing that it's probably going to take you a decade to make $1 million, acquire, that in assets, outside of your principal residence, of course. That's generally the definition of a millionaire, by the way, is having assets in excess of $1 million outside of your principal residence. Hopefully that's clear. But set yourself up in your 20s, man. Seriously, like, why would you wait till your 30s or 40s? Why would you spend your 20s chasing girls or sitting around playing video games, doing nothing with your life, right? What are you doing with yourself in your 20s? You should be asking yourself. I mean, if you're a 23-year-old watching this right now and going, yeah, I don't really have a plan. What are you going to do? Are you going to go get a STEM degree? Are you going to be a scientist, an engineer, a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant, somebody that needs some sort of degree? Okay, cool. Go to school and do that. Let's move on talking about school. But if you think that spending 2, 3, or 5 years on a business accounting degree that doesn't actually like an admin sort of piece of paper that doesn't give you an official designation that lets you work in an accounting firm, something like that. My favorite is the business and entrepreneurship, degrees, because family is very influential in most people's lives. And why wouldn't they be, right? But there's old world order thinking infused in family because they're older than you. They lived decades before you, right? Could be your parents, could be, aunt, uncle, grandfather, grandmother, whoever it happens to be. Old world thinking is go to school, finish high school, and then get a post-secondary education in something that you can use for your life. That's going to be a useful skill. Some people take stupid shit like basket weaving, feminist studies, whatever, underwater basket weaving, feminist studies. There's a lot of people that spend a good deal of time and money on that shit, and they make great coffees for me at the coffee shop. Awesome coffees. I love drinking my liberal coffees. They taste very good. I feel sorry for the amount of debt that they have and the useless degree that they have, but it tastes good. Let's be honest. So you got to understand, I mean, if you're going to go to school, are you doing it because your family's trying to cram it down your throat and saying this is what you need to do and go get this business degree or this entrepreneur's degree? I can tell you something. You're not going to learn shit from somebody lecturing you on how to be an entrepreneur in school. You can take that $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 on tuition and books and residency and everything that you're going to spend over those few years, and you'd be actually better off taking that money and trying to start up a business. It'll probably fail, right? Almost guaranteed it's probably going to fail. But you're going to learn a lot more by trying to start up your own business that way. These professors, with the rare exception of some world-class entrepreneurs that are probably doing lectures at Harvard or something like that, the vast majority of these professors have never done anything with their lives. They've never started up a business. They've never had an exit. They've never solved problems. They don't put a dent in the universe, in a business world. Like I've eliminated close to $1 billion worth of unsecured Canadian debt, and I've fixed a lot of people's credit ratings as a result of what we did with TDF in the years that I was running the company. I asked myself, if I'm going to listen to you, your advice on business or running your own business, small business, entrepreneurship, whatever they happen to call the course, have you done it yourself? Do you have any experience in that? I have a course on that. I have the School of Entrepreneurship. It's got like less than 5 hours worth of lectures, but it's distilled down to the bomb material that you need to know. No fillers, no time wasters, none of that bullshit, blah, 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 and 50 grand spent. Honestly, if you want to learn how to run a business and what it takes to be an entrepreneur, rub your hands together and grab $1,000 and get in that course in August when I open it up. You can just get on the email list if you want to get notified that way, or there's a waiting list. It's pinned in the top comment of all my videos, but I'll make more reference to it when that logs. But college, university, for the most part, as a rule, don't do it unless you're seeking a STEM degree, scientist, engineer, lawyer, doctor, something where you need to qualify to perform that professional service. And you'll get paid quite well, with one of those degrees. Most of the guys that have those degrees that I know don't stick in that one area for their entire life, which is fine. At least you've got a useful skill. You've been certified to perform that professional task, and you can perhaps use some of the learnings from that and something else if you decide to move out into something else, start up your own business, as a professional. There's any number of ways to do it. But college, university, generally speaking, is a total waste of time. You're better off taking that money and trying to start up a business, and hopefully you'll learn something out of that, but you're probably not going to end up with a business. Best case scenario, you end up with a multi-million-dollar business at 23, right? Worst case scenario, you spend some money and it flops and you learn a lesson. But I guarantee you'll learn more than what you will sit in a classroom listening to some blah, 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 blah. Hey guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that short clip. If you did, consider supporting the creation of content by checking out my supplement line. Pinned in the top comment below of this video in the comments, there's a link to theunpluggedalpha.com/shop. When you click through, you'll be able to land over here, and the entire lineup is broken down by category that it performs best in: estrogen metabolism, fat burning, your foundational essentials for health, immune health, performance, and testosterone support. If you check out with coupon code ALPHA10, you'll get 10% off on your first order. There's also the option to use the subscribe and save model, where regular shipments will be sent over to you on a regular basis, and that gives you a little bit of a discount, and your supplement facts are always broken down over here. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome day. And again, check out that link. It's pinned in the top comment below in this video. Peace out.